Alright, this video is to tell you how to install a Vortex throttle body spacer on a 2007 Chevy Silverado 1500, and that's with a Volant air intake system. Alright, this is everything you get with the kit. You have your mounting bracket for the throttle body, and obviously the throttle body itself. Now, for this particular kit and for my truck, it did recommend that you disconnect your negative side on your battery. So make sure you disconnect your negative side on your battery before you work on anything involving installing the throttle body. Obviously, then once you get done, your final step is to reconnect your battery. For the purpose of the video, we actually already untightened the air intake itself and the brackets. There's two screws that come off the throttle body itself. Underneath of this, if you take this tube off itself, just put that to the side. On top there's two little bolts that you just unscrew, and they look like this. Okay. Once you take your wrench, unscrew them off, take them off there, and you have two bolts that come off the bottom of the throttle body itself. Okay. Take them off there, unscrew them out, take these bolts out, and then this whole throttle body comes off. Alright, once you take your stock throttle body off, you just put that to the side, obviously. And what you have to do is remove with a socket set, remove the top bracket bolts from the stock throttle body. And you're going to ultimately replace these with the kit that you received. Alright, so you're replacing your stock throttle body mounts with the kit ones that they gave you, because obviously the stock ones aren't going to be long enough to allow you to install the throttle body to the stock itself. So you're going to install these in its place once you get the throttle body on. Alright, so you're going to grab your throttle body and grab the two bolts that are with the throttle body spacer kit. You're not using the stock throttle body bolts. You're going to take those off the engine. You're going to put these into the top of your throttle body. And also included with the kit is washers. Alright, you have to put those washers in the back portion of your bolt before you put it on. So it's going to look just like that. You know, put it into the back of your throttle body, just like that, doing that way. And get your gasket that's included into the kit with your throttle body spacer. Put that over the top of the two bolts on your throttle body. Then you have your throttle body spacer itself. There's two different ways where you have to put this on. There's a label that actually shows which side goes to what, and the marking you're looking for, it says throttle body, and you know, put that towards your actual throttle body. All right, so that label is going towards your throttle body. Put on the top two bolts. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is place the throttle body and the throttle body spacer back onto the mount, and screw your two top bolts in by hand before you use your attachments to secure it on there. And then obviously you're going to proceed to put the two bottom bolts in with the same washers that came with the kit. All right. Again, you're not using the stock. You're not using any of the stock mounts. You're using everything that came to the kit. You're gonna use the two ones at the bottom there. Tighten them up by hand, just like for the first set. Once you tighten up your bolts by hand, you're gonna use your socket set to tighten them up, but you make sure you don't tighten it too tight, so you don't crack the housing unit for the throttle body spacer and the throttle body itself. Then obviously you're going to reconnect all your tubing. So again, that's what it's looking like with the throttle body spacer. And then reconnect your tubing if you have an air intake. Actually, well, the stock intake has one as well. So you reconnect all your tubing again to that. Then this is what it's going to look like when it's all finished. You have your tubing hooked back up to your air intake or your stock air intake and everything like that.